So Sarah, we've been tracing London's soundscape for a while now, but today's episode is something I've been itching to talk about: the centralization of long vowels. Ever notice how the way Londoners say words like goose or face has shifted over the years?
Oh, absolutely, Paul. It's not just a tiny tweak either. In some cases, those vowels have practically moved house. The classic oo in goose used to be so rounded and far back, but now it's drifted closer to the centre of the mouth for many speakers.
Exactly. And that shift isn't just a random quirk, it's a window into how London's communities and cultures interact. Makes you wonder what's driving these changes, right?
It really does. If we back up to RP-received pronunciation, those long vowels were practically a badge of poshness. Take food in RP. It's that classic, rounded oo that sounds almost regal.
Yeah, and it was so consistent. Almost like there was an unwritten rulebook everyone followed. But the reality was, only a tiny slice of Londoners ever really spoke like that. Wasn't it mostly associated with the upper class or the BBC voice?
That's right. And then you've got traditional Cockney sort of sticking its tongue out at all that formality. Cockney speakers would stretch those same vowels, or flatten them out face, sounding more like fice. And goose, even dipping into something closer to geese sometimes.
I've always loved that cheeky Cockney approach. It feels like they're rebelling just for the fun of it. Whenever I hear mate pronounced might, I can't help but grin.
That's part of Cockney's charm, isn't it? It's playful, but also a symbol of working-class identity in London.
Speaking of change, Multicultural London English, or MLE, has been shaking things up in the last few decades. The way younger Londoners pronounce their vowels is almost unrecognizable compared to classic RP or Cockney.
What I find fascinating is how MLE centralizes those long vowels even more. Like the face vowel becomes almost flat and unstressed. It's not fice or face, it's closer to fess.
Totally. And it's not just about accent, but identity. Kids from all sorts of backgrounds, Jamaican, Turkish, Somali, are blending their sounds, and the vowels are right at the center of that mix.
So, let's unpack what centralization actually means. In phonetics, it's when vowel sounds move towards the middle of the mouth, losing their distinct front or back flavor. Think less of a sharp E or deep oo, more of a neutral sound.
That's a great way to describe it. It's almost like the vowels are getting a bit lazy, just hanging out in the center instead of reaching for the edges. Makes speech quicker too, don't you think?
Completely. If you listen to someone saying goose in MLE, it's nowhere near as rounded as RP. It's more like goose, it barely even rounds the lips.
I heard a teenager the other day say face, almost like fess. It's wild to hear it live, since it's such a departure from what we grew up with.
It kind of makes you realize how quickly language evolves, even within a single city.
That actually makes me wonder, Sarah, what's behind these shifts? Why are vowels getting centralized in the first place?
A mix of reasons, honestly. It's about social mobility, new communities blending together, and a bit of practicality. Centralized vowels are easier and faster to pronounce in rapid conversation.
So, in a way, Londoners are just adapting to their busy multicultural lives. It's efficient, but it also signals who belongs to which group, doesn't it?
Exactly. The way you shape your vowels can say a lot about your background or who you want to be associated with. It's like a linguistic badge of membership.
That's why you hear centralized vowels spreading, especially among groups of friends with different language backgrounds. It's almost like everyone's meeting in the middle, literally.
But not everyone's on board, of course. There's still a lot of nostalgia for the old RP properness or the Cockney swagger. Some people really hang on to their vowels as a point of pride.
Last week, my uncle, who's pure East End, insisted goose has to rhyme with juice. He's not letting that centralization creep in. Not on his watch.
That's the thing about language. It's always changing, but there's always someone fighting to keep it exactly how it was.
Funny you mention fighting change media plays a massive role here too. TV, music, social media, they're all spreading the centralized vowels way beyond inner London.
You're so right. I've heard pop stars and YouTubers using those MLE vowels, which means kids all over the UK might end up sounding a little bit London. It's like the city's voice is going viral.
So if centralized vowels keep catching on, what does that mean for London's future accent? Will RP and Cockney fade away altogether?
Hard to say. They'll probably never disappear completely. But we might see a kind of hybrid new vowels, old rhythms. It'll be London's real-time remix.
A living, breathing accent, right? That's what's so cool about this city.
Now, if you want to catch centralized vowels in the wild, listen for that relaxed in goose, or a flatter in face. It's subtle, but once you hear it, you can't unhear it.
Try tuning in on the tube or at a cafe. You'll pick up a dozen different versions before you reach your stop.
Honestly, London is like a giant laboratory for language nerds.
So, as we wrap up, it's amazing to see how a single vowel can tell us so much about London's past, present, and future. Sarah, do you think we'll see even more dramatic shifts in our lifetime?
I'd bet on it. London's always on the move, and its vowels are coming along for the ride. Can't wait to tune in again and see what changes next.
Me neither. Next time you're out, just listen. London's vowels are everywhere, and they're not done changing yet.